service engineer for Olympus, working in Brothers Sultan and Brothers company. So today I will be giving you a brief demonstration on the 190 system. This is of the Olympus Xera 3 generation. Okay, so we have, I'll give you a brief description. The whole system is called the mobile workstation. Okay, we have the monitor, and we have the recorder, the printer. This is the workstation. Then we have the keyboard, the processor, the light source. This is the part, this is the bronchoscope. And then we have the suction pump. Okay, so you know what all the components are and what each stands for. You'll be knowing it. I don't need to specifically say what each, like a recorder will record the video, the printer will print. Okay, so going into the details, like here in the 190, now you don't have any old generation. The previous generation was the 180. In the 190, the design is completely different from the 180. 180, we had a connector from the processor to the scope. Here we don't need it. Directly connected to the light source, and the image will come because it's interconnected. We have a communication cable between both. All right. So the connection is simple. Make sure when you connect the scope, it's always in the off position, and when you remove the scope also, it's in the off position. So this is the part 2. You will see a white dot. Align it with the black dot over here. This is the way. Don't put it the other way around. You see all the electrical contacts are there. Make sure after you are doing the CDS, this part should be dry. Okay, so that no moisture or something will be there inside. All right. Once you insert it, make sure you push it all the way in till you hear the click sound. So that's it. Once that's done, you can switch on the processor and the light source. You will see the image on the screen.
CDS clean, disinfection, sterilization.
Yes. Here, this is the main power for the whole tower. Unless you switch on this, you will not be able to individually turn on. So make sure you switch on this. Okay. This one, if there is no power from the main out source, there won't be a light over here. So this is in the standby. Switch it on, you will see green, and then you can turn on individually. All right. I will now get into the briefly into the console over here, the processor and the light source. We have many functions over here, and as well as on the light source. Okay, so this is basically an diagnostic imaging system. So it will be the functions will be related to the image. Okay, so like you have a phone, you will have different functions when you capture a photo. So we have the enhancement over here for the image. You can change it in 3 modes by clicking over here. Then we have the iris, just like the iris of our eye. We have an iris inside the system over here. It's always recommended to put it in the automatic mode. We have the peak as well as the average mode. But in this scope, only the peak is working. Okay, and because different scopes will work differently, it's always recommended to put it in the automatic mode. I will just briefly explain what is peak. Peak means it will be focused on one particular region. When you're going into a darker area, peak will be focused on one. Average will be entire region. Okay, the light. That's what it's showing. Okay. Then we have the memory. In this there are 2 memories. This one over here is the portable memory. The one inside, it's called the buffer memory. That is the internal hard disk. So when you capture an image, it will be simultaneously stored in the buffer memory as well as the portable memory. Okay. Once you capture the image, you can copy it to an external source using the portable memory. Even if you have not connected this, it's okay. It will be saved in the internal buffer memory. Once later, you can, when you connect it, you can transfer it. So no need to worry about that. And the internal memory is it's a large capacity, so you don't have to worry whether the space will be filled or something. Here, the portable memory is of size only 2 GB. So once you transfer, you can delete the files and connect it back. Next, we have the white balance over here. You must be knowing about this. Any time before the procedure, we have to do white balance. But in the new generation systems, this has a memory in it. Once you do the white balance, it will save. Okay. Now I just switched off the system and switched it on back, but still showing complete. But just for this to be on the safe side, this is the white balance cap which is provided over here. Okay. So you have to insert it over here and then do the white balance. Is there any question? Alright.
Now only we know the purpose of that.
Okay, yeah, this one. This is the white balance cap, okay? Make sure you sterilize this because I don't want the scope to be sterilized and this one is not sterile and you insert it, okay? So, white balance, you have to do the white balance once is enough. If you do, unless and until if the doctor is not happy with the image, it's okay, no need to repeat it. Once it's showing complete over here, the green is lit over here, the green light, that means it's done. But just to be on the safe side, I will show you how to do the white balance. Just below the white balance, you will see the lamp over here in the light source. It's in standby mode now. To switch on the lamp, you have to press over here, single press. Okay, so now the lamp is on. To turn off the lamp, you have to press long press. Got the point? Some people will, what they will do is they will turn on the lamp, okay, and then they will try to switch it off by keep pressing like this. It will not work. You have to keep pressing till it switches off. Single press for switching on, long press for turning it off. Once the lamp is on, you have to hold the scope inside this white balance cap, okay. You don't need to remove the cap if you feel now this is short for me, that's why I am. If you are holding the scope in your hand, you can place the cap here and keep pressing the white balance till you see complete on the screen. You got it? Once that is done, white balance is done. So that is the main function for white balance. Next, I will show you. Yeah, here there is you just have to press stop before taking it out. When you capture an image, you will see a red and blue light blinking. Please do not remove or do it anything at that time. Make sure before you remove, press the stop, just like the safe remove in your PC when you remove a flash drive. Next, I will go to the light source. Here we have the air, in this one it's okay. For bronchoscopy we don't use it much, but for endoscopy we will have the flushing of the air. So you guys are related to bronchoscope, so I'm not explaining much on that. This is the pump for air, flushing of air. Okay, there are 3 modes: high, medium and low. Next we have the optical digital mode. Here we have the NBI. Okay, for this scope there is only NBI. I mean, this is a special light. NBI stands for narrowband imaging. It will be like, it's compared to the white light, this will have deeper penetration to see the blood vessels beneath the mucosa. Okay, so if for detecting of cancer cells and all those things, the doctor will switch to NBI mode. Okay, the wavelength is different, so the light will penetrate beneath the tissue to see the blood vessels. So to switch on the NBI mode, we have to turn on first from here, standby to on, then NBI will be on. If the light is on, you will see a blue light over here. Okay. Alright, so that's the NBI. I explained the lamp, how to turn on the lamp. There is a brightness indicator over here, minimum and maximum. We can adjust it. There are 2 modes, automatic and manual. Okay, so in automatic also you can adjust, in manual also you can adjust it. Okay, but the difference is that automatic, it will control the brightness automatically, so you don't have to keep adjusting the brightness. So when we move accordingly, the brightness will be adjusted, whether it's dark or bright area according to the field. So, and when you put it in the automatic mode, kindly put it in the 0. This is the optimum level. Okay, this is the best recommended level from Olympus. Next, over here you see something called as trans illumination. Trans illumination is, it will be, the intensity will be very high, okay, for around 7 seconds, and it will automatically turn off. Like, so when I switch it on, why they have provided a time limit for, so that the patient internally won't be exposed to more heat, okay, and continuous exposure will cause some sort of internal damage or something like that. Just to prevent that, the trans illumination feature is given. It will keep blinking and it will automatically turn off. So when you're going into a darker area, the doctor is feeling still it's not clear and your brightness is good, okay, you can just ask him, you can turn on this trans illumination so that he will be able to view, and then it will turn off. Here there is actually a high intensity that is compared to trans illumination. Here you cannot use it now, but I'm just giving you an explanation. It will permanently turn on the high brightness, but as a safety feature for this scope it's not provided. Alright, this over here, there is something called as counter reset. Please do not touch that. This is only for the Olympus service personnel. Okay, that is for after replacing the lamp, we will reset the counter. This is for the hours, the life of your light, halogen lamp. When you see around 400 hours, just give us a call. So we will, if you have backup, if you can purchase it early, good for you. Else you can give us a call when it's around 400 hours. We will give you an extra spare lamp to replace it once this is 500. All right. So that's about the processor and the light source. Any questions on this? It's okay. All right. Next, I'll just go briefly on the scope. Okay, so this is the Bronchoscope P190 model. We have the angulation knob over here, up and down. Okay, just turn off the light. And this is the port for the suction, where we insert the suction. Suction port. Okay, I think it will be inside that. I'll show you that. Yeah. Okay, so this one has to be inserted. You see a white line over here, so align it with this over here and insert it. Okay, and make sure you hear a click sound. Okay, when you press it, you will hear a small click sound, and you will feel that click also, because there shouldn't be any gap in between the bottom body and this valve, because then there will be leak. Okay, the suction function will not work properly. And this is the way to insert it. To remove it, just turn and you can pull it out. Okay. We have 4 customizable switches over here: 1, 2, 3, and 4. So each switch has each function. We can customize it as per the doctor's need. I will show you what each switch stands for. On the keyboard over here on the top left corner, you will see something called as switch information. If you click on that, it will be showing what each switches are. On the scope switch, 1 is freeze, 2 is iris, 3 is enhancement, 4 is release. 5 is dual focus, but you don't have 5, so 1 to 4 is your switches. Okay, so freeze means you can freeze the image as the name suggests. Iris is the same function over here. Enhancement also is the same function over here, enhancing the image. Number 4 is release. Release stands for capturing the image. Okay, so you can, number 4, if you press, it will capture an image. All right. Any doubts? You're getting what I'm trying to say to you, right? All right.